unstoppable. Coco Gauff makes history on Time's top 100 list. Heartfelt heroes celebrate and Lee's triumph. The crowd's roar could be felt across the world. The kind of sound that belongs to a once in a generation moment in the gleam of flashing cameras and heartfelt applause. Coco Gauff, the young American tennis phenomenon, stood radiant, not holding a trophy this time, but something even greater, a place among Time magazine's 100 most influential people of 2025. It wasn't just about her backhands or her match wins. It was about what she symbolized: hope, courage, and the spirit of a generation that refuses to be defined by limits. But what made this night even more magical was that it wasn't just golf victory across the tennis world. And Lee, another remarkable young star, was being celebrated, too, not for a magazine cover or a social campaign, but for her heartfelt triumph on the court, a win that resonated with pure emotion and human resilience. Together, their stories intertwined. Two different journeys, one shared heartbeat of purpose and perseverance. Coco Gauff, from dreamer to global icon, the lights of New York City shimmered like a constellation when Coco arrived at the Time Gala, dressed in a flowing silver gown that caught every glimmer of the camera's flash. She looked both powerful and serene, a reflection of her dual identity as an athlete and an advocate. As she walked the red carpet, the world saw more than just a tennis champion. They saw a symbol of the modern woman, balancing strength, intelligence, and empathy. When Time's editor introduced her as one of the Vogue's redefining influence, the audience erupted. Serena Williams, sitting among the attendees, wiped away a tear. "Coco reminds me of myself at that age," she said quietly. "But what makes her special is her voice. She's not afraid to use it. From climate advocacy to speaking up for racial equality, Coco has turned her platform into a global megaphone. She's mentored young athletes, donated to children's education initiatives, and become a beacon for social progress. Every word she speaks, whether in interviews or on social media, carries the weight of authenticity, the voice of a woman who means what she says. And when she stepped onto the stage to accept her honor, her words were simple but profound. Influence is about fame. It's about lifting others higher because we rise when we rise together." The audience rose to its feet. Even legends like Billie Jean King and Michelle Obama, who appeared via video, sent her messages of pride and admiration. And Lee, the triumph that touched hearts. While Coco was being celebrated in the cities, glittering halls thousands of miles away, and Lee was writing her own story, not in the world of luxury or media, but under the glaring lights of a tennis court. It was the finals of the WDA Seoul Open, and Lee was facing an opponent ranked far higher. The odds were stacked, the crowd uncertain. But when the match began, she played with something deeper than skill grit. Every stroke, every rally, every long rally was a testament to her hunger. Her movements were fluid, her focus unbreakable. The world watched as the unseated American stunned her opponent, collapsing in tears a moment. The final point landed in her favor. That single image in Lee on her knees, tears streaming, hands trembling, went viral. It wasn't just victory, it was vindication. After years of injuries, setbacks, and self-doubt, Leah had finally reclaimed her joy. And when she was asked what drove her, her answer mirrored Coco's values. It's not about proving people wrong. It's about proving to yourself that you never gave up. Her win became a global symbol of perseverance. Athletes like Naomi Osaka, Coco Gauff, and Anya Burr sent her messages of love and pride. You showed us what heart looks like, Coco wrote on Instagram, posting a photo of Lee. Celebration. This is what true victory means. The night of two champions, the worlds of influence in athletics, collided that week in a rare emotional harmony. Times Gala organizers played a short tribute video featuring both Coco Gauff and Enli, one a champion of voice, the other champion of resilience. The video, titled Unstoppable, women brought the crowd to tears. In the clip, Coco was shown mentoring young girls in Florida, laughing and encouraging them on court, and Lee's footage followed her solitary training sessions at dawn, her quiet moments after tough losses, her smile as she lifted the sole trophy. The message was clear: different paths, same purpose. When the lights came back on, the audience didn't clap immediately. They stood, hands over their hearts as if taking a silent oath of admiration. Billie Jean King summed it up best in her speech that night. Coco and it represent the future not just of tennis, but of humanity. They remind us that greatness is not about power, but about grace under pressure, a wave of inspiration across the globe. Within hours of the gala, the internet exploded. Hashtags like hashtag Coco in time and hashtag LY Triumph trended across platforms. Celebrities, athletes, and fans flooded social media with tributes. Rihanna tweeted, "Coco's influence is beyond sport. It's a movement." Roger Federer congratulated, in Lee writing, "A win that speaks louder than words." Bravo, Michelle. Obama shared a heartfelt post calling both players young women of purpose. The ripple effect of their achievements reached far beyond tennis. Schools began holding assemblies about perseverance, social impact, and women's empowerment. Coaches cited Coco's advocacy as a model for athletes to follow. Young girls everywhere held up posters of both players, one wearing a ball gown, the other gripping a racket side by side. Under the caption, "Strength comes in many forms. Behind the glory, the human side. Behind the fame, both women share something deeply human, the understanding of struggle." Coco once spoke about her mental battles during her early career, saying she felt the weight of expectation before she even turned 18. And Lee, meanwhile, revealed her struggles with injury-induced depression, describing nights when she wondered if she'd ever play again. Their openness about vulnerability has made them relatable in an era that often glorifies perfection. They've shown that true power lies not in pretending to be flawless, but in rising despite the cracks. In a post-gala interview, Coco said softly, "And inspires me too. A legacy that's just beginning." The night ended with a breathtaking closing act, a montage of young girls holding rackets, reading quotes from both Gauff and Lee. The screen faded to black with the message, "Be unstoppable. Be you." Coco, Goffin, and Lee become more than athletes. They're architect of inspiration, builders of bridges between passion and purpose. Their influence doesn't end with trophies or titles. It grows every time someone somewhere decides to believe again. The world will remember 2025 as a year Coco Gauff made history and Anli touched hearts. Together they've proven that influence isn't just about who leads, it's about who uplifts. As Coco said with tears glimmering under the stage lights that night, we're all capable of greatness if we choose courage over fear, love over pride, and kindness over fame. And with that, she left the stage. Not just name on a magazine list, but a living symbol of what it means to be unstoppable. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next,